Hey everyone, welcome back to the Transfer Talks podcast. My name is Sasha Lynette. I'm a transfer peer mentor here at NAU, and today's episode is going to be all about history, choir, and the outdoors. 3 things that our guest Julie knows a ton about. So before we jump in, I'll hand it over to you to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Julie, and I am a Transfer Jack's mentor here. I am a senior. I will be graduating soon, which is really exciting, but also really sad. What else? Pronouns. She, her pronouns. And that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Julie,
You're
for
welcome.
coming back on the podcast.
Yeah. Love to be here.
Nice.
Love to see it.
Okay, we're going to start off with some rapid fire.
Okay.
And so just answer, like the first thing. You
Yeah.
know? Don't think about it.
Okay.
Teaching or performing?
Teaching.
U.S. history or world history?
U.S. history.
Revolutionary War or Civil War?
Revolutionary War.
Ancient civilizations or modern history?
Ancient civs.
Choir rehearsal or camp sing-along?
Camp sing-along.
That was Gusto one. National parks or historic landmarks?
Oh my gosh.
It's a hard one.
They're so similar.
They are.
Oh no. National parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Archery or rock climbing?
Rock climbing.
Map quizzes or history trivia? I know you love both.
I love both so much.
Gotta choose.
Mm,
One's gotta go.
map quizzes.
Map quizzes. Okay, awesome. That was it for rapid fire.
That's good. That's good. Those were getting hard.
Okay, moving on to our little history and geography section. First question. What got you into history? Was there a specific moment or a class that sparked your interest?
I've always found it interesting, and I've always been pretty good at it, like knowing or remembering, I guess. But my 11th grade, U.S. history teacher, she was phenomenal. I absolutely loved the class, and so when I was taking that, I was also like thinking about what I wanted to do, and so I was between teaching, like teaching history, or like speech pathology.
Oh, nice.
And
he's speech pathologist.
I could have. I'm not big on science, and so it was like history was always like the thing.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, next question. This one's a good one. Westward expansion was a huge turning point in U.S. history. What do you think is the most misunderstood aspect of that era?
How much like people who immigrated into the U.S. like were a factor in like building the West.
Yeah.
Like the Irish, they all like moved to New York and then like helped build like infrastructures and worked jobs, and then they all started moving west, and like to Oklahoma and all the other fun places, and it's so cool because like you're like, oh, the Irish potato famine, and then you're like, but that caused so many things and it affected the U.S. and westward expansion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Thank you.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Okay, next one. Since you love history trivia,
I do.
Hit me with a fun fact that always surprises people.
Ooh, okay. Have you heard of the Oklahoma Land Rush of 1889?
No.
No. Well, it's so cool. Actually,
Explain.
so essentially the government had like a bunch of free land in Oklahoma that they were trying to settle during westward expansion. Yeah, bringing it back.
Nice.
And so they had people like essentially line up on the borders of Oklahoma, not to the like extent where they were like lined up and then they just like ran in, but they were like first ones to get to the plots of land, like you get some land.
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go.
Oof.
Yeah. And so that was really, I think it's interesting because there's so much history that goes into leading up to that. And there were 7 of them.
Whoa.
They were called land runs.
Nice.
And so 7 different waves. It also included like bidding and like buying the land, but it was really cool because it gave like people who were trying to move out of big cities on the east a chance to expand and move west. And it was crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like first come, first serve.
On your mark, get set, go. whoever's the fastest with your horse-drawn carriage and your like whole caravan and your horses.
Oh my gosh. Did they have to have all of their things with them too? Like to like claim that land? Or like they just had to be there?
They had to be there, but they also had to be there and be alive when the people came by to like take their names and like this is your land. Like it is yours and it's like however many acres or Yeah.
Very cool. That's a fun fact. Okay, next question. You play geography games for fun.
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite one and what makes it so engaging?
Okay, so on Friday nights, because I'm really cool and really fun, cool. I play geography games online. And you know the GeoGuessr website?
Yeah.
So it's not a GeoGuessr game where you like locate the like, oh, you're in a city or whatever, pick the city. Instead, it's the Cetera feature, and so it's the Cetera geography. And so I like to do the 195 recognized countries by the United Nations.
Oh my god.
And so it'll give you a world map, and then it'll say, find Malta, or find the United States, and you have to click it, and then you get 3 chances to get it right.
Nice. Yeah. And you know all of them?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've gotten 100%.
Dang.
Sometimes there's misclicks because they're so tiny.
Yeah.
But it's so fun.
Oh my gosh.
I'm currently working on the 226 territories and countries of the world. But there's a lot of islands that are hard to keep track of, and they're all like in a row, and so yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Awesome. Well, that's really impressive. That's like a secret talent.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our next category of choir and music.
Love.
First question. How did you get into choir and what do you love most about it?
Okay. I was a drama kid when I was like up until middle school. I moved to Arizona right before the 8th grade, and I was like, I'm getting into drama. Like, this is the thing. I've been in plays. I'm doing it. They did not put me in drama. They put me in choir. And I was like, what is this?
You didn't get to choose?
I got to, like, rank them.
Oh, yeah.
Drama was, like, my number 1. Choir was my alternate. Yeah, and then something else was my third one. And I was like, I'm in drama. No. I was put in choir, and I was like, this is horrible. What am I doing here? 9 years later, I am still in choir.
Yeah, so fate.
Fate. I just really liked it. My teacher really created a sense of like community within the choir, and so I have always enjoyed that. And so like people are very uplifting and nice. Depends on the choir you're in, but
all the ones you've been a part of.
All the ones I've been a part of, so great. And I've done like mixed choirs, which are men and women, and I've done only women choirs, and both have been great experiences. I couldn't choose between them, and so like I also really like the music. The music's so fun to learn.
What's like your favorite song to sing? In choir specifically.
In choir.
Like not in the shower.
Well, choir song, with like a choir. One of my favorites that I've sung is called Oceans and Stars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really...
Sing it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not right without the choir. I really like it because it's about like a journey, and like you're with your friend, and like it's kind of emotional and like really nice, and so you connected really well with the choir. At least I did. Love that one. And then recently I sang one in choir called Labor, which is like a choir version of a song that's quite popular, or was last year, and it was really fun to sing, and it has a really powerful message. Oh my gosh. And I just really it's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you like the message behind
I like the message
songs.
behind it, but like the first one, Oceans and Stars, I was telling you about, is like soft and cute and like flows like an ocean.
Nice.
And then the other one is like stompy and clappy and like
So you don't have like a specific like genre.
No.
Like you just like all of it.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. Next one. Do you have a favorite piece of music you performed? What made it special? I mean, you kind of just answered that.
Yeah.
But I would say, in all your years of choir, do you have a favorite piece of music you performed?
for sure Oceans and Stars, but also in my high school choir, we did a song every single year called Osifuni Mungu. It is Swahili. And we sing it at the theater concert, so like the elementary school joins us in it, and then the middle school joins us, and then all the choir gets to sing it together. And then he gives like the seniors the solos, and like so my senior year I had the opening solo in it, and it's like it was a very special like moment, because I sang it like for 5 years, and then I got to like,
oh my gosh, solo it. That sounds so cool.
It was really fun. That song is like so fun too, and it's like clappy, and like you have all the tiny little children in the front,
so cute.
And there's one part in it where like you're singing and then you stop, and you repeat it twice, and so the first time you stop and the second time you carry on, and so all the kids just keep singing, and so everyone just like has such a fun time, because like they messed up but it was so cute, and they're like in 3rd grade, and
that is really cute. That sounds super special. I wish I could like go back in time and watch little Julie perform.
No.
Okay, next question, or last question of the choir and music section.
Okay.
You're into musicals.
I am.
If you could perform in any musical, which one would it be and why? Hard question.
It's really hard. So I've been in some musicals. Fun fact. Don't know if you knew that.
I don't think I did.
No.
Like which ones?
I've been in Annie.
Ooh, what? Wait, what did you play?
I was the dog catcher and then part of the ensemble.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So no big roles. I was in The Lion King.
Nice.
I was one of the hyenas.
Nice.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Who were you in Charlie? Come on.
I was the Chocolate River.
You were the Chocolate River? Like that's a character? Nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And then part of the ensemble. But like the
nice.
Chocolate River.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But if I were to be in any recent musical, I really like Six, the musical.
I wish I knew about
musicals.
Okay,
well, let me tell you.
Explain it.
It's a historical musical.
Oh, love. So it's kind of like your two loves.
Yeah. They
nice.
smushed together. So it's about Henry VIII's 6 wives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so each one has a pop-in woman ballad. Like, hey, Catherine of Aragon, and then the next one, and the next one, and all of them. And then at the end, essentially the whole play is like they're fighting over who gets to be the leading lady in their girl band.
That's really funny.
And they all met because they all had the same husband.
Yeah.
And then they're doing it by like fighting over who had like the worst like experience with him. And then at the end they're like, we shouldn't be fighting. We're all friends here. we should band together. I wonder if the audience caught on to what we were doing the whole time. And I was like,
you're like, I want to be in that.
I want to be in that. Because like it's just so fun.
Yeah. Is it like in historical, like set in historical times? Like,
no, it's set in modern times.
Okay.
And like each character is based off of like a current like pop star. Like there's one who gives like Ariana Grande vibes, and someone else who gives like Alicia Keys vibes.
Ooh.
But they're not like based on them.
Yeah.
Their characters just kind of like has inspiration. And so it's really fun.
I'll have to like that sounds like an interesting musical that I would
so
like to
fun.
watch.
Yeah. And it's like pop.
Nice.
Pop vibes.
Okay. I see you in that.
It's really fun.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks.
Next category. Camp and the outdoors. Yeah, your favorite subjects. First question. You've been a camp counselor for a few years. What keeps you coming back every summer?
Okay. I am going into my 5th summer at camp in May, which is really exciting because not many people last more than 1 or 2 summers.
Especially at like the same with the same program.
With the same program at the same camp. I mean, I've moved up in role as I've gone, but I love the experience. I love the kids, and I get to see some of the same kids come back each year, and so I get to kind of grow with them.
So cool.
Yeah, and like some recognize me out in public too. Sasha knows. And so like it's really fun because it's kind of like a whole other world, like a whole other experience. And so I don't have to worry about like, I have to do homework and all this. Like I get to be at camp and I get to live my life and be like authentically who I am. I think I'm a little more unhinged there, which isn't super authentic to who I am, but like it's fun because like nobody cares and it doesn't really matter who you are because like it's an open community of like we're just like Girl Scouts in the woods having a grand old time, climbing some rocks and like swimming in the water, and, like living our lives, and it's so great.
That sounds like a blast.
It's a
honestly
blast.
A great way, like a great summer job.
The best job I've ever had.
Besides
transfer jocks. I love transfer jocks, but
I mean, you can't really compete with like summer camp.
You can't compete with summer camp.
Because I feel like as a counselor too, you get to just do all the activities too. Like you get to do what you're planning.
Especially once you become like certified in the activities, then you get to run it, and like running it and becoming an instructor is so like rewarding. I absolutely love it.
And what are you certified in?
What am I not certified in? Is the real question.
That's true.
I instruct archery.
Nice.
I can instruct slingshots and hatchets, but I don't do that very often because it's not super set up at my camp that I work at. I instruct at the rock wall, which includes manual belay, auto belay, and rappelling and zip line. I love the zip line. And then I do small watercraft, which is kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards.
Very cool. And what's your favorite out of like all of those?
I mean, I love the zip line, but I have to go with kayaking. Kayaking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that. Next question. This one's funny. I know you have a camp name. Totally up to you if you want to share it or not. You can stay anonymous, but I'm curious, how do camp names get chosen? Do you pick your own? Does someone else pick it? Like, how do they come about?
All right. Hello world. So in real life, I am Julie, but in camp, my camp name is Zippy. I chose it when I was in 5th grade because it was the first time I'd ever gone on the zip line, and I was like, yes. And that was also the same day I learned about camp names. And with Girl Scout camp, which is where I work for, there's camp names. Yeah. And so I was like, I need a camp name. And so Zippy just kind of became it. Yeah. And then when I got the job to work there, I was like, I need a camp name. Nothing else really fits. I went through so many. Yeah. And Zippy was it. Yeah. No, it fits. Don't call me that. I mean, you could, but like that'd be a little jump scare. Yeah.
So funny. How do other people get their camp names? Like, do they choose it themselves too?
You can choose it, or sometimes it comes upon you. Like sometimes it happens like you choose it because it's something you fear. Like Storm is a camp name, and she chose it because she's afraid of storms. Or and so it's kind of like empowering that way. Or like it could be your musical instrument, or like a nickname. Other times it can just fit your name and like be kind of silly that way. And then sometimes like you can do something super silly as like a kid at camp, and your counselor will be like, I'm sorry, that's your camp name. Like, one girl, she climbed the rock wall with like long acrylic nails, and we started calling her Nails, and she absolutely loved it. It sounds so silly to like call someone Nails, but like she loved it. She's like, that is my camp name, because she wore it like a badge of honor. She earned that for making it to the top of the rock wall with the longest acrylic nails I've ever seen.
Do campers also have camp names, or is it just like the counselors?
It's just the staff and counselors, but a lot of campers like to pick them once they know that we have them.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool. Do you ever do like a reveal?
Yes.
Of your real name?
Yeah, at the end of the week, we do the name game, and so we'll each hold like a paper with a different staff's name written on it, and kids have to come up like a couple at a time and like switch them around. Nice. And then once you have your own name, you like turn around and sit down. And then once everyone has theirs, you're like, at camp it's Zippy loves squirrels, but at home it's Julie loves whatever my silly little rhyme is for the week. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Okay, moving on. This is kind of the last question. Actually, I might ask you another one.
That's fine.
What's your favorite part about being a camp counselor and working outdoors in general?
My favorite part about being a camp counselor is getting to be outdoors, really. Yeah. I love to be outside, and being a camp counselor kind of forces me to do that all summer, and I love it. It's a lot of work, but it's like the most rewarding because you see people learn and grow, and like there's so many fun like camp traditions and like little things that we do every day, and so it just kind of makes everything flow nicely, and like I love being at camp, and so like why not?
Yeah, and I'm sure that you also are probably working with like kind of the same people summer to summer, like relatively.
Staff wise,
Yeah.
kind of. From my first summer to now, there are 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But like when I was working in the units with the campers, I worked with the CITs, counselors in training, and they are now becoming staff, and so that's really special for me because like I acted as like camp mom. And like they were my kids. I taught them how to be counselors, and like I do consider them like very special to me. And now they're becoming staff. Like I have 2 on staff right now who are working with CITs or have been, and so it's kind of like passing it on, and it's so cute. And like another couple are becoming staff this year, like full staff, not CITs, not junior counselors, and like it's really amazing to see them like grow from their role because like I helped inspire that in them.
That is so cool.
It's so cool.
Awesome. It sounds like a really rewarding job, I feel like. Okay. Yeah. Last question. Actually, last question. Is there a camp tradition that feels really special or unique to your camp?
Yes. Each camp has their own like special like creatures and special like ways that they operate, and mine is very much the like outdoorsy, like we are here, rustic camp. And we're very big on like singing and songs and everything. And so at our end of the week campfire, we sing a song. It's Green Trees and Taps, but it's like the words are kind of modified to like fit the camp. So instead of a lake, it's a pake. Because it's too big to be a pond, too small to be a lake.
I love that.
So we have a pake, and so it's like from the pake, from the hills, from the sky, and like we all get together and like sway back and forth, and it's really cute. And then there's like some songs that are like really special to us and will send us into tears. Like anytime you hit that closing campfire, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Is this something that happens like weekly or like at the end of camp?
Closing campfires happen weekly, but like staff don't get super emotional about it until the end of camp because like it's ending. I don't know if I'm coming back. Like who knows where I'll be in a year from now. I remember this one time 3 admin staff were singing like a song called Magic. Super cute. They were singing it, and like the magic hasn't left, like we're all still here, we'll be back one day, and all of them weren't coming back the next summer, and so they're crying up there, and then we're looking, shooting star passes by.
No way.
All of the staff start sobbing.
That's crazy.
And it was just a really special moment, and even the kids felt it because like they were all like joined together too, and it was so cute. And, like, one of my favorite traditions is closing campfires.
That makes me like want to go to camp now.
You should.
Okay, that was it. Do you have anything else you want to shout out or say? It's okay if you don't.
Make meetings with me. Come hang out. I'm always in the transfer lounge. I love to talk about any of these things and more. I just like to talk to people.
We're chatters.
We're chatters. Yes. So come, say hi, and go transfer Jacks.
Yeah.
Go Jacks.
Yeah, go Jacks. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Julie, so much for joining me today. And thanks for watching.